Let's crush an instant nerdle. Instant nerdle is the game where they give you a scrambled up math equation. You have to unscramble it. So today we only have multiplication, which is going to mean that it equals a triple digit number because we're going to need a single digit number times a double digit number to make this equation work. There's no other way to make that work. So now the multiplication sign could go in the second or the third spot. I think I'm going to start with it in the second spot. So we end up having 4 times something, and I'm going to test the ones digit because that'll tell us about the ones digit of the answer, and I can sort of be kind of concrete in testing the situation here. So if I do 4 times 3, that's 12, so this number would end in a 2. So now I can test the tens digit to see if anything will work here. If I put a 6 here, that's in the 200s. We only have 1, 2, so that's not going to work. If I put an 8 here, that's in the 300s, and we only have 1, 3, so that's not going to work. It's not feeling like this is going to work. So put a 5 here, that's in the 200s. We only have 1, 2, that's not going to work. All right, so 3 doesn't work here. If I put a 2 here, the number ends in an 8, so that could potentially work. I can't put a 3 here. If I put a 6 here, that's in the 200s. That doesn't work. Yeah, so the 2 is tough here because a lot of these numbers are in the 200s. So 8 could potentially work. Is this it? No, I already used the 8 over here. Okay, so yeah, this isn't going to work because 5's in the 200s as well. So 2 doesn't work here. I think there's a pretty good chance we need the 2 for the hundreds place. If I put a 6 here, the number ends in a 4. So that's not going to work. If I use an 8, the number ends in a 2. Like I was just saying, I think there's a reasonable chance we put the 2 here. So I doubt this works, but let's give this a shot. Can't put a 3 here, can't put a 2 here. If we put a 6 here, it's in the 200s. That doesn't work. If we put a 5 here, it's in the 200s. That doesn't work. All right. If I put a 5 here, it ends in a 0. So that's not going to work because we don't have a 0. So the multiplication. Now that I've tried every single digit here in the ones digit place, and it didn't work. So now I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping that it must be a double digit times a single digit. So again, I'm going to work on the single digit numbers here. Try different numbers in this spot. So if I put so I have to try 2 different. So I don't have either ones place digit. So this is going to be kind of weird. But if I put a 3 here, then the number starts with a 2. So maybe that's the way to think about it. Because 40 times it starts with a 1 actually. Yeah, because 40 times 3 is 120. So 3 is not going to work there. 2 is going to be in the 80s. That doesn't work. 6 is in the 200s. 40 times 6 is 240. 40 times 6 is 240. So this looks like it could work. If I try to put a 3 here, the number ends in 8. Is this it? Is it 258? It is. Yep. There's an instant error for you. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.